Good morning. Tarot Working Runes by Lana at Lighthouse. So, guys, I was trying to do a live, and our Wi-Fi is so bad. I just turned it off. I only got 2 cards drawn on the thing. So, if you see it, I'm just going to have to go somewhere around here where I can, closer to town where the Wi-Fi works better, because I'm out in the boonies, and it just doesn't want to work here. I have to literally record my videos, upload them on my phone, go into town, upload them to my computer, then upload them to YouTube, and guys, it's a lot of work. It's a big process. So, if you saw the reading of the other 2, we got study in nature. So that's a message for 2 of you, or 3 of you, or a crew of you. Transformation, going by everything that you learn, going out in nature and getting your intuition growing in leaps and bounds by connecting with messages you may receive from the birds, messages from something you hear on the wind, or a conversation. Guys, I'll tell you, I've heard conversations from people when I've lived in places where there was a lot of wind, and the wind carries noise, and it also carries conversations. I would hear my neighbor 2 streets over, anytime her husband and her got into an argument, because their voices would float on the wind, and I'd hear her, go ahead, blah, 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 and him, Nancy, blah, blah, or whatever they were talking about, or even if they were just, sitting on their porch having coffee, and starting their day, I would hear snatches of their conversation. I'd be like, really? Okay. So what they're asking me to do is to slide out this deck so that they can pick the cards. Oh yeah, it's Red stepping forward. He steps forward, and he literally yesterday started reaching out and touching my deck. I would feel his energy come in, and I would see him in my mind's eye. He'd go, that one, that one. So, and he can see them from the other side, right? So we're going to, okay, this one. He just said this one. Okay, so this is a message for someone. Be proud. It's time to celebrate all that you've achieved, all that you are, and all that you will become. Every once in a while, it's important to stop and acknowledge what you've achieved and to be proud. Guys, I'm 61 years old. I've achieved a lot in my life. I want to achieve a lot more. I have at least a good another 20 years to go, right? 61, 71, 81, yeah. Okay, so that's for somebody there. Okay. Now he's directing me. Pick one. Which one? Yeah, okay. So, soul power. Always remember, you're a soul that comes with a body, not a body that comes with a soul. Your soul is your true essence, and you have an unlimited source supply of soul power at your command whenever you need it. I think we forget that. Guys, we are at the center, and our aura extends up to 6 feet. So when you're in a crowded room with other people, you're in their aura, they're in your aura. Okay? I think we forget that. Even if you're separated and you live by yourself, and like I live in a close community, a small community with neighbors that are 10 feet away. So my aura doesn't quite go as far as theirs, but it definitely expands outside of my mini universe, which is my space, right? So just remember that, okay? What's the next one? My intuition is somewhere. Okay. Okay, so he's kind of like stepping back. Light. Imagine yourself as a being composed of energy and light, because in reality, that's precisely what you are. You're a powerful being, and people are attracted to your brilliance. This is time to remember how vibrant you really are. Look at that beautiful card. See birds coming and bringing messages? Okay? So somebody here has a communication skill with birds, and you gain knowledge from them. Even if the birds aren't psychically talking to you, when they come through, wherever they've been, they've picked up energy. This is how I'm seeing this, guys. They pick up energy from where they're at. Things that have to do with humans. And when they come through, that energy flecks off, and you perceive it in some sort of way. Okay? So birds are messengers. And I've talked about that with meteorites as well, when we've had meteorite showers. They pick up messages and energy from the universe, and wherever they rain down on, even if they, when they hit our atmosphere and they explode, that energy continues to keep going, because energy is just changes form. It doesn't never stop, right? Okay? So, someone, you were getting a lot of psychic messages from the birds. They're telling me a lot of the birds. These birds are representing some type of energy for you that is speaking to you on some sort of level that you're not quite perceiving yet, I don't think. Okay? So take this how this comes in for you, because, or you're going to be somewhere where you're going to suddenly look up, you're going to see a bunch of birds, and all of a sudden you're going to realize there's messages there, and you're going to kind of like stop. And when you stop, One or two people might notice, but then they get distracted. Then they look again, you're moving around. But your energy literally stops and you pick up some kind of message. And then later you connect it to something else that like a light bulb goes off. Okay? It has something to do with your heart chakra. Or even your solar plexus. Okay? Alright. Trust. While your logical mind's dictating a supposedly clear direction, your soul's inner guidance is urging you to follow an alternative path. The logical path may be one that you consider safe and more familiar, but you could be missing out on boundless opportunities and so much more. So this is stopping and paying attention to and checking in with yourself, of figuring out exactly what your true compass is, your true direction of where you're meant to go. And when you start following where your soul is trying to take you, instead of being so logical and grounded in everyday reality during your meditations, that's when you are going to realize that you have picked up on some kind of message that is guiding you somewhere. Okay? I'll go back this way because he's... Which one? No, this one. Relationships. Relationships are just a mirror image of your own life. How you feel and treat yourself, as well as how you repeat and respond to different situations and people around you. Be aware that every relationship is an opportunity for soul growth. Again, when we're around other people and we're within their aura and they're within ours, we get messages. Okay? Like, you ever been, standing in a line and there's maybe a couple of different lines going to a ticket booth or something like that, and you'll pick up this energy. And when you turn around and look, you'll notice somebody in the line that just gives you that, ugh, you know what I mean? You cringe because you can feel their energy and it's not one you're comfortable with. It's not one that's, maybe it's even part of another soul family or another type of energy that just gives you that yucky feeling. Then there'll be other times every time you see a certain person, like when I just had a lady pop into my head that I see, she doesn't work for one of the local stores, but she works for a company that sends her in to take care of their products and stuff, right? But yes, she gets paid by the company. But every time I see her, she's always got a smile on her face. I ran into her yesterday, and I said, I don't know what it is or where you get your joy from. I think it's her job. She really loves her job. And because she gets to go to all the different stores, she's not tied down to, she has a schedule, but she's not stuck in one store. She gets to travel in between. She gets paid for all that. So she's really found her joy in keeping her area nice and clean and making it attractive to the customers. She finds joy in that. That is her joy. That's her passion. So what is your joy and your passion? When you're around other people, you are going to pick up on these different energies that in some sort of way are going to resonate with you, for good or for bad. Okay? Your internal warning system is always important when you are dealing with other people. All right, one more. Receive. I got this card the other day, and it didn't feel like there was a powerful extra message to it. So maybe it's just a message for someone by themselves. And I'm actually thinking of someone in particular. And it's actually becomes a gift for you when you learn how to receive. Some people are good at giving, but not good at receiving. The universe is saying it's your time to receive. In whatever way. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others, but now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. The runes actually have a saying that, for the Gibu rune, that in partnerships there's always an equal give and take. If you don't have an equal give and take, and someone's always giving and the other's always taking, and they give very little, they give just, that is not a good thing. There has to be an equal give and take because we're all energetic beings. So take that how that feels to you. I feel like that's a message for someone. Okay? And I'm thinking of someone specifically. But guys, you have to remember, everything is give and take. You can't just constantly give all the time, because if you do, it will drain you. It will drain you. It will drain your mental capacity. It will drain you emotionally. You can't pour from an empty cup. Okay? If you don't find something that gives you some kind of joy. Long walks in the park with the dog, or going, when you go to church every Sunday, putting $5 in the plate, because even though it's not a lot, but it's like, well, it makes me happy to give $5 in the church, or $20, or whatever the case is, right? Or to go in your local soup kitchen and fill in a couple of hours, or even babysitting for that single mom who, no daddy on the scene, or even a single father, no daddy, no mommy on the scene to help out. He's working a full-time job plus a part-time job, and he's trying to raise his daughter or his son, right? And you say, hey, how about I babysit for you 20 hours a week while you do the second job, and you just pay me for 15? Because I just want to help you and your kid out, I actually literally yesterday went and helped out someone who would happily have paid me for the couple of hours I was there, and I was like, no, you just went through this, and your family member's going through this, and now your other family member's going through this. No, I'll take you to the store, get you your groceries. And I spent a good 3-4 hours with this person, and I just gave them my time and energy because her family's given to me. So it was a way of being able to pay back. I mean, there were other people there that were helping out that they were getting some money for, but I'm like, no, I'm just letting you. I waited like 3 hours after I was there when I took her to the store. I said, I'm just letting you know I'm not taking no money for this. Now, she did put some gas money in my car. I said, I'll take that, but I gave like 4 hours of my time, help cleaning, help doing this, help doing that. And I did it because they've given to me. It was just taking money for it, just had that icky feeling. So the gas money, yes, I was willing to take that because we went into town, and town's, guys, it's a gallon of gas just to go to town and back. So I didn't mind her throwing in a couple of dollars for gas. So, but the time and energy I spent was something I wanted to do because they've done for me before. So find your joy, find your passion, find things that help fill your cup up again, because you cannot always give, you have to be able to receive. Okay? All right, guys. Love and light. I hope this helps somebody. Lighthouse.